Your boy, Zuck, is in the news again, Chad.
Zuck.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is going a significant leadership reorganization prioritizing AI development. This shift has led to the departure of several longtime employees and the arrival of new executives that are stirring the pot.
Facebook's move fast and break things mantra is literally severe holes in them. And these types of moves expose the holes even more.
Who wants a chippy?
Hide your kids. Lock the doors. You're listening to HR's most dangerous podcast. Chad Sowash and Joel Cheeseman are here to punch the recruiting industry right where it hurts. Complete with breaking news, brash opinion, and loads of snark. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
Oh, yeah. When this pod's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Hey, boys and girls, it's the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm your co-host, Joel World Liberty Financial Cheeseman.
This is Chad, grade A Sowash.
And on this episode, Google wins, Meta spins, and buy or sell, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Time for a beer.
You don't know World Liberty Financial, Chad? Is that?
What's that?
It's the Trump's latest grift. Public
Jesus
company
Christ.
that went IPO this week.
Yeah?
So yeah, the grift continues. It's fun. Everyone's getting rich except
I'm just gonna
us
sit
people
here and drink Irish red ale, Algarve. Portugal beer.
Blushing bull,
Blushing bull,
whose throat is slit. Apparently,
it looks like it's slit, doesn't it?
They do kill the bull after the bullfight, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And the running of the bulls, do they kill the bull at the end of the race?
I would think so.
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd keep them around.
Seems like
maybe
a waste.
For next time. Yeah,
seems like a good
weird
big waste of bull sperm.
Look at that. That's
more cows. That is nice.
Not too bad. He does a good job. He does a very good job. So what's up?
What's up? Football's back, baby. I don't know if you realize this over in Europe, but the Bucks are back where they should have been to start the season at number one. Notre Dame lost.
Ooh,
Alabama sucks. Good
They
God.
got their asses handed to them.
Bama's done. The only thing worse was Belichick's North Carolina team. Oh my God, dude! Like that was so bad. LSU's good. LSU, that's my early sort of like watch out. I think Penn State's overrated. I'm not buying. I'm not buying that.
The OSU freaking Texas game was a shit show, though. I mean, from an offensive standpoint, defenses were staying on fucking business. Defense was staying on fucking business, man. But the offenses, I mean, they really needed this competition right out of the gate to feel out where they're at. Now everybody is so down on Arch Manning, poor kid. I know.
Where are you? Are you still bullish? Is this like he gets a mulligan against Ohio State on the first? He'll be
against
fine.
Matt Patricia, man. We were talking about the guy, NFL defensive coach who literally ran over quarterbacks in the NFL. So yeah, I think he's going to be fine. I think it was good for him to actually get this test early on, give him a kick in the nuts and get him moving. Hopefully Julian Sayin, he had a couple of good throws, but hell, he didn't have 150 yards in passing though, I don't believe. So yeah,
well, the receivers aren't any good, so you can't really expect it.
Oh my God. Like the best receiving core.
The receivers suck. God, they're awful. They're horrible.
They are going to have to find a running back. I mean, they've got a couple of good running backs, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That O-line is pretty stout, so they should be kicking ass. So we'll see. Maybe this was the two of the better teams in the nation. And that's just what it looks like when we start playing kind of like the B teams and whatnot. We'll see if we run over them.
Yeah, the SEC's maybe a down again this year. Who knows? Florida State, man. What?
Alabama, though. That was awesome.
Alabama. Yeah. Texas A&M. Nah, I don't know. I'll see. A lot of red meat on this show. Let's get to
Is it time for
let's get to shout out, shall we?
Yes.
Here at the Chad and Cheese Podcast, one thing that we love is obviously you watching, but also like and subscribe.
I'm going to hit the first one. And first shout out is to Nestlé. Yes, the wonderfully chocolatey, sweet, velvety things that you love to put in your mouth. Anyway, they just gave their CEO, Lauren Freshest, pretty much a kick in the nuts. The most abrupt pink slip that has happened in 2025. No exit package. That's right. No exit package.
There was an entry package, apparently.
No subtlety at all. All from hiding an office romance. So on the bright side, at least Lauren wasn't caught on the Jumbotron making out with his subordinate at a Coldplay concert. Shout out to It Could Have Been Worse.
What's up with CEOs, man? Come on. It's not that hard. You're CEO. Anyway, I don't get it. Well,
make an SOP that anybody can date anybody. And then, I don't know what the standard operating procedure is at Nestle, but I would say it's an old company.
They make so much money and they represent so many employees and the brand and shareholders. Come on. It's just not that hard. It's not that hard. All right. I'm going to
keep it in your pants. Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to start. It gets late early. I'm going to start early with a history lesson here, Chad.
History lesson.
My shout out goes out to Greg Louganis. A lot of our young listeners won't know Greg Louganis. If you were alive in the 80s, you remember Greg Louganis. 4 Olympic medals. He won his first silver at 16 years old. Otherwise, he got gold. He was an adopted kid. He was just an idol to many. And he was in the news this week because he had to sell his gold medals to pay for relocating to Panama. So it piqued my interest to what's the story behind Louganis? So he was a gay man.
Yes.
He was diagnosed with HIV 6 months before the 88 Olympics.
Wow.
Can you imagine the Olympics are stressful enough.
No.
And in 88, HIV was a death sentence.
Jesus.
So he competed and got a gold medal in 88, knowing that he had HIV.
Wow.
His sponsorship opportunities were minimal to none because he didn't come out until 95, but it was pretty well known that he was a gay man. In 93, this is some Philadelphia Tom Hanks shit. He had a party at the age of 33, which was his goodbye party. He thought he was going to die. His health was fading. So imagine at 33, you're a national hero. You have a thank you party. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
As we know, medication at the time, Magic Johnson was HIV positive. The drugs, a lot of money went into funding. He obviously lived. When he retired, you'll love this. He embraced dog competitions because he said dogs were the one, animal relationship he could have where there was love, there was no judgment. It was just like the relationship and the dog, none of the politics that he lived with, none of the sexual identity stuff. Like dogs, he really embraced. But anyway, he had some acting gigs throughout the rest of his life, a few other things that he did, but clearly he lived a very challenging life as an American Olympic hero. And to sadness, he had to sell his gold medals. He's moving to Panama. I hope he finds happiness. He's around 60 years old now, has a lot of life left. But Greg Louganis, little history lesson for those that don't know, but a real interesting story and a real, I guess, tragedy in some aspects, his life. But shout out to Greg Louganis.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you follow Jeff Pearlman at all, used to be a SI reporter, guy's awesome, writes a ton of books, and he has a great YouTube channel. he talks about a lot of these sports heroes that literally, they're living in shacks. And they're having to sell their rings and those types of things. So, yeah,
especially Olympians. Mary Lou Retton, I know you know as well. Back to the '80s, but she couldn't afford health care. Ended up getting sick. I think she's okay now. But yeah, the age of the Olympian, I think, is fading fast. I mean, you only compete once every 4 years. Like, you don't have any other like skills apparently. So the sponsorship thing dies out quickly. People move on. No one watches the Olympics like they used to. It used to be a cultural event.
I think
to watch
that's
the
the
Olympics.
big thing is Diamond League happens all year round, right? You've got Diamond League, you've got sponsors for that, but it's definitely not the big thing that the Olympics are, but yet it is a fading. It is fading. And that leads to my next shout out, which is
bring us up, man. I don't want to bring us down too much.
Kind of fading. I don't know what I don't know about that. Shout out to Not Thinking Shit Through. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, check this out, peeps.
Normally these streets are buzzing with people moving in, but this year it's eerily quiet this close to September 1st.
Now's a great time to find a great deal.
According to Boston Pads, the number of empty apartments here in Mission Hill is up 93% compared to last year. About a half a mile away in Fort Hill, that neighborhood saw a 74% increase.
Wow.
And available apartments near Northeastern jumped by 154%, compared to a 5% rise across the city overall.
I also think that the universities will react differently
This
next
guy's an
year
idiot. I
and
don't know who
start
this
their
guy is.
enrollment a little bit sooner because I think they were caught off guard.
Experts say there's a surge in empty units because less international students are getting visas.
So again, empty apartments in Mission Hill up 93%, Fort Hill up 74%, and available apartments near Northeastern University jumped
Boston.
up 154%. Yeah, in and around Boston. So this isn't just an issue for landlords trying to make a buck. What about the local coffee shops, bars, restaurants who depend on students to generate revenues for their business, and schools all over the country? This isn't just in Boston. This is happening everywhere.
Sure.
Schools all over the country that usually make pretty much foreign students pay full freight for
yep.
schooling. Yeah. Won't be seeing that money for a while. So shout out to another important item this administration just didn't think through. Fuckers.
And as a married man to a professor, I see this in real time. She has a coworker, professor who's an Indian, and was literally concerned about going home to India, and would I have trouble getting back in? Now she's a citizen, but shit's just weird now. Yeah, she's doing the burner phone thing. Like, she's doing everything that she can to make sure that she gets in without any issue. And if you're an international student or the parents of that student, do you want to send your kid to America right now?
No,
I don't.
No,
I wouldn't. And it's a real problem because they, like you said, they pay full freight. There's no in-state tuition. There's no scholarships. Like, they pay retail for college, and a lot of colleges rely on those dollars. So, you gotta get freebies when you can, Chad, which is good that we can come in and give some free stuff away.
Chad and Cheese has the free stuff. And who wants free stuff? Everybody. You can get 2 bottles of whiskey. I don't know, that you can have some chicken cock. That's right. 1 cock in each hand from the talent tech experts.
I love chicken cock.
Van Hack.
I do. I love it.
Who doesn't, Stephen? T-shirts. From those red shoe wearing weirdos over at Aaron App. If you haven't registered, you're going to get a t-shirt. I mean, come on. Craft beer from the job data geeks over at Aspen Tech Labs. That's right. Craft beer landing on your doorstep. And if it's your birthday, you're going to get a little rum from Plum. You could possibly win. But you got to go to chadcheese.com/free.
I know I can. I can feel it all the way down.
By the way, Steven's going to need that chicken cock to ease his pain from his fantasy draft, which we'll get to in a second. All right.
Yes.
Celebrating another year around the sun is Olivia Marquette, Shani Underwood, Matt Odell, Edel Feinberg, Scott Nelson, Stacey Saw, Gemma Jones, Matt Gardner, Marcy Mall, Rosie Pullman, Deb Clay, Charles Hunger, Rusha Shaw, Rick Worley, Mike Brown, Chris Hoyt, Chris Murdoch, James Ellis, Tiffany Anton, and Bill Jaeger Bombs on the House Borman. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
How that guy's still around after as much as he parties.
No clue, but I love
amazing.
it. But I love every single bit of it. Joel, I don't know if you know or not, but we do have events coming up. Wreckfest is coming, kids. But first, I've got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Events! Where are we going, boys?
I've had so many people ask me. No, we're not going to HR Tech this year. The main reason, it's me. It's my fault. September is my favorite month in the Algarve. So instead of heading to Vegas for the third fucking time this year, we opted for sun, sand, amazing food in Europe. But we are coming back for Wreckfest. Before we actually go there, though, we're going to Chicken Cock Whiskey HQ in Louisville, Kentucky with our friends at Havas.
Oh, I love chicken cock. I do. I love it.
How could you not, Stephen? So if you're near Louisville and you'd like to pair a little Chad and cheese with some chicken cock, you're going to be in luck. Then we're headed to Nashville for Wreckfest, where we're emceeing the Disrupt stage on Wednesday. Plus, we're also hosting talks with our friends over at Dahlia and Covey. So Dahlia, you might remember them. They're the ones who actually convert career site visitors into applicants and hires. And those Covey people, we probably never heard of Covey. It's the first time I've heard of Covey. I like me some Covey. Covey are the makers of custom AI agents. And the funny part is, Joel, their like top two clients are Deal and Rippling. I shit you not. And they asked, they're like, hey, can we get Deal and Rippling on stage? I'm like, I don't mind.
Emotional, damn it.
I think that would be fucking great. No matter who we get on stage, kids, I guarantee you at Wreckfest, we're going to have some amazing, amazing discussions. And then after day
There's
one.
more? Good
yes.
God.
After day one, we're heading to the rooftop at Redneck Riviera, just like last year. That event is sponsored by Havas people and Job Pixel. Did I mention? I don't know if I mentioned or not that Omar was asking that we mention Job Pixel more. You know, Job Pixel. Job Pixel. Anyway, yeah.
JOBPIXEL, Job Pixel.
Yeah, Job
Mention
Pixel.
them more. Okay.
That's what he said. Anyway, but our new friends, Havas people. What better company to have at a party than Havas people? They are the activation experts, and we expect a lot of activation and a lot of whiskey at Redneck Riviera. So get ready, kids. Get ready. Event season is almost upon us.
I'm ready. I'm taking September off to get ready for October and November. Jesus Christ. Fortunately, I have football of the fantasy kind.
Hear it.
To keep me entertained. Chad, you know fantasy football is sponsored by our friends at Factory Fix. We're in the colors today. So the draft grades are in. We drafted last night. So here's the grades. Ready? Okay. David Stiefel and I both got an A+.
Very nice.
You know, that's very nice. Yeah.
Very
Which
nice.
guarantees that we're not going to win because everyone who gets like A+ never win. You came in with an A.
Yeah.
Reputable. Respectable. William Carrington, which is the Factory Fix affiliate in this competition, got a D. That's not very good. Courtney Napo, C. Jada Weiler, C. Okay. Jason Putnam. Oh. He changed his name to Shake It Offense. A little ode to Taylor Swift. Got a B-.
I love it.
Jeremy Roberts, D-. Megan Radigan, whose name is now Who Drafted Kelsey, which I don't know, it's kind of got a D+. Oh, that's not very good. Mackenzie Maitland, a B-, respectable. Ginger Dodds, A-. And I hate to do this. Yeah. I really do. I hate to do this to our friend Steven, because you know that we love Steven.
Welcome to All Things Scottish. Our slogan is, if it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Unfortunately, Steven got an F grade in his draft. Dude. So he's not starting off on the right foot, if you will.
Okay, so for me and for Steven, the draft was at 1 a.m., right?
Okay.
And you know me, I'm a long play kind of guy. It's like, look, you're not going to win the season in the first two, right? This is all about transactions, moving players, free agents, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I have a message when I wake up from Steven, and it says, "Are you waiting for this damn draft thing?" And I was like, "No, I let the robots do that shit for me." And then I manage my team through the season. And, you know, obviously the robots did pretty well because I got an A, and unfortunately, Steven, you got an F.
Yeah. In his defense, he's a rookie.
He is a rookie.
He may do like rugby fantasy. I don't know if that's a thing over in Scotland, but this is his first, American thing. And he wanted to redeem the train wreck that was the Adam Gordon, show last season.
You know how much he loves when you mention this.
I know he loves it, but he wanted it. He wanted to be a part of it. And he talked a lot of shit when he was doing well at the beginning. So he deserves it. But as he was on the team, Steven messaged me and he said, because I told him Adam auto drafted, he slept through it. And he said, geez, do I have to be awake for this thing? And we're like, no, you can auto draft. Steven was like, I'm going to be awake. Like, you should have picked me. I'm going to be awake for this. And he was. So to his credit, he's a rookie. He stayed up. The F grade is not awesome, but he has time to redeem himself. And all the international players should be rooting for him because he may be the last chance to get another international player based on the performance by the past international players in fantasy. Jasper.
The Australians did well last year, though.
Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah, that's like America's little brother, Australia. I don't consider them as international.
That's because they were convicts and we're all convicts. Yeah, that's good.
And they sent me a lot of Fosters, so they get a pass. Yeah, they get a pass for that, I guess.
Oh, good call.
All right.
Good call.
Should we do some topics? Save
Topics.
us.
This beer's going down so fast.
Oh my God, dude.
So good.
Do you need a second to get a refill on that?
Unfortunately, he only gave me one. This is a new batch. Anyway,
I'll that's get it. The beer is empty?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Oh, wow. Who are you?
We're traveling. I'm traveling tomorrow.
All right.
So I'm trying to get rid of
Big G is so back, baby. A judge ruled this week that Google doesn't have to sell Chrome, solidifying their 90% search monopoly and clearing the way to retain the status quo with other businesses and keeping the Apple default search deal intact, somewhere around $20 billion, which is nice. That'll buy a lot of beer, actually. It was news that helped bury the story that 35% of Google managers overseeing small teams were eliminated. Chad, as the only Android user that I know, I feel you're uniquely qualified to give us a take on all the Google goodness from this week.
You don't know many people. So the Chrome thing is kind of interesting because they have to share data with competitors, right? Mm-hmm. And we all know data is the new gold. So you start taking a look at Perplexity and their Comet browser and a lot of these other. There's going to be a browser war again, and it's going to feel like Alta Vista. All over again, baby.
Browser or search?
Browser
war. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a browser war. I mean, that's where everything takes place pretty much when we're on our desktops. Anyway, so when we talk about the actual culling, let's say, this is what happens when the business landscape shifts. AI has shifted the landscape, but a bigger shift has been in politics. Tariffs might not directly impact tech bro companies like Google, but they're still going to feel the heat as companies and consumers spend less. The easiest thing to do when you're trying to make your balance sheet look good is cut middle management first. And that's what they're doing. But remember, we're in a state of the worst workforce imbalance to jobs probably in history. We're running migrants out of the country. Nobody wants to do those jobs. So we're seeing negative impacts on the supply chain. And when you don't have people to work farms, drive trucks, work the docks, and tons of other jobs, who's going to do it, right? Well, the people that Google's laying off, not them.
Not going to do it.
They're not doing these jobs. The people that the federal government let go, the hundreds of thousands, they're not going to do these jobs, right? So this is just going to add to the workforce imbalance that we have, unfortunately. But this move by Google is more than a canary in the coal mine. It's like a flock of dead canaries. This is a bad signal, kids. It really is.
You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
So Google's a fascinating company that I've been fascinated with for a very long time.
Yeah.
They have 7 products that have over 1 billion users. I mean, that's amazing. So the fact that they were able to get Chrome a pass when they have that much power and monopoly in the digital world is really fascinating. You mentioned the political landscape.
Yeah.
I mean, they were on stage during the inauguration. I don't know if there was a call put in, a little favor. Like the antitrust issues have kind of gone away that were there in the Biden administration. So is this a free pass to sort of go to town on acquisitions and the big, look, the big get bigger, the richer get richer. More or less 7 companies are propping up our entire economy, which is scary in and of itself. But we're going to keep this ball rolling and see where it takes us. Diversity is good in the long term for Google. I was thinking about this today, or as I was researching this story. I haven't clicked on a link. I don't know the last time I clicked on a link. If I Google something, I get the answer and I'm done. I don't click on an ad. I don't click on an organic link. Usually the answer I get is good enough for me, unless I'm looking for like a location or a restaurant or something to go to. I don't usually click on stuff. And I know that I'm not everybody. And I know that Google's revenues are going up. I know that their advertising revenues are going up. So they're doing something right. But long term, if I'm the search engine, I don't see Google search being a thing in 20 years. Maybe that's just me. Things take a long time to die, but I love that they're diversifying. I think Waymo is a monster ready to pounce on the industry. I think that's their next $1 billion potential business. But diversification is key. They got this deal, which is great. Chrome is unique to our industry as well. There are hundreds of Chrome extensions in recruitment. Right. It's ridiculous. I mean, LinkedIn, like automated LinkedIn stuff, everyone like sourcing. So a lot of vendors in our space are breathing a sigh of relief that Google Chrome isn't going away or isn't going to change because they make their living doing that. I am curious. I always thought Apple needed to get into search, but I thought they weren't getting into search because they believed that Google was going to get pinched for it, for antitrust. I'm curious. You said a browser war. I think there could be a search war to some degree. Perplexity was in the bidding to get Chrome. They need to make a play. Apple, they're kind of dancing around OpenAI, and are they going to keep the Google thing? So I think this could be a real revolution in search as well, and how that evolves. We got Johnny Ive's product, which is eventually going to come down the pike at some point. So that's interesting. It's hard to beat Google, man. If you can't beat them, join them. So here we go.
Especially when they're not getting broke up and they're not going to see any antitrust anytime soon, right? Especially with this administration.
Yeah, the rails are off, man.
Yeah, the thing is, and we really need to disassociate the market from real world people on the ground and how they're being impacted, because it's not the same. Right? The market is being propped up, but those are AI and tech jobs, right? Not the jobs that are actually open that nobody's going to do. I mean, there's this imbalance that's actually happening. So the market looks really good. And here, Kevin, what's his fuck from Shark Tank talking about, well, the market's so good. Well, yeah, for assholes like you, that's where you get all your fucking money. I totally get that. But what about the common person, right? That they are being impacted so negatively right now. You cannot correlate the market to what's actually happening right now. So totally get that. AI
Main
is
Street,
propping
Wall
up the
Street.
market. Yeah, it is. Nvidia. I mean, all the big tech companies, they're propping the market up right now.
If you live through the late 90s, this is starting to smell very similar to what was going on back then. I mean, there was a ton of froth, big bubble.
Yes.
People were getting money just because they had AI. In that case, it was a .com. In this case, it's AI. I mean, like it's going to pop. We just don't know if it's 3 years from now or next week. So stay tuned to our show. We should be around in 3 years or 5 years because we got nothing else to do.
Talking about it.
Have you done a job search on Google recently?
I have not.
The Google for Jobs.
No.
It's every first result that I saw was the company website.
Yeah,
like it's just company website, and then you got Indeed and everybody else. Like that has to be impacting job boards,
which they should have done way back in the fucking day. But Google, you were too fucking lazy. I remember
too greedy too. All the money they're making.
I know, but they could have made a shit ton of cash off of a lot of these companies. I mean, they're the ones who made Indeed. Period. They did. And look at what we have to deal with today. Fuckers.
All right, let's get to our next news story. Recruitics has acquired Change State, a recruitment marketing agency founded back in 2019 to expand its platform with candidate experience analytics and consulting services. The acquisition aims to enhance Recruitics' talent attraction and hiring capabilities. Recruitics' previous acquisitions include Jameer, an end-to-end employer brand video site in 2023, the recruitment marketing agency KRT Marketing in 2019, which I believe was our hold my beer moment,
yes,
Chad, from that. You can wax on that if you want. Chad, Recruitics buys Change State. Your thoughts?
It's a meh kind of moment. I mean, it's weird because as vision and priority shift for companies away from humans, Recruitics doubles down on humans with this acquisition. Change State isn't a big agency. I can't imagine their portfolio is that big. And what about the redundancy that they're going to have with Bayard, right? Here's a quote from Adam Stafford, there's the CEO over at Recruitics. Quote, "The acquisition accelerates our vision to deliver the most comprehensive AI-driven recruitment solutions on the market," end quote. Okay, so I have questions. Does Change State have new programmatic tech that we're not aware of? That's number one. Number two, if that is the case, kind of a follow-up, then they suck at marketing. And they're a recruitment advertising firm, right? So Adam's statement doesn't really hold water to me. Or was it Change State's survey tool, which was designed to gauge and improve, candidate experience? A survey. Did they buy them for a survey tool? No matter. I digress. Congrats to Graham Thornton, CEO and co-founder of Change State. None of this makes sense to me, but that doesn't matter. You're a part of Recruitics now. One thing that does make sense, and I'm going to throw this in there just kind of like a little ad.
Spitball it.
Is that Engagedly just acquired Butterfly.ai, which boosts their frontline first strategy. And have you noticed this? There's a theme. Smart Recruiters was acquired by SAP. Tons of focus on frontline hiring verbiage. Paradox acquired by Workday. More mentions of frontline hiring. You've got to give it to the team over at Engagedly. They're paying attention. Congrats on the acquisition. I don't get the Recruitics move. I totally do not understand the Recruitics move. Doesn't mean it's wrong. I just don't get it. Adam and Recruitics and Talivity, you guys need to do a better job of telling your story. We talked about Smart Recruiters telling a great story. Paradox telling a great story. You guys are in recruitment marketing / advertising, get your Baird people going and tell a better story, because right now, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Wait a minute. Workday bought Paradox? I hadn't heard.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's nowhere on my feed. Yeah, this isn't exactly Appcast buying Baird, is it?
No.
Change state is a pimple on the ass of the recruitment industry.
My bad. I meant KRT, not Baird. My bad. Good. That's okay. Good call.
We have such a smart audience. They obviously filled in the blanks there. Look, you mentioned marketing. I love this. I love to see what their social media footprint and their marketing footprint is. Okay. So Change State has a podcast that apparently no one listens to. They have an Instagram page that no one follows, and they have a LinkedIn page with fewer fans than us. We're two dudes with a mic. Okay. They're a marketing team. All right. If they can't figure
company.
out company, right? They have a whole, this is what they do.
Yes.
And it's very telling when you look at a company's like what they're doing on social media and if they have any impact on how successful and how good the company is. If they're a marketing firm, okay, their marketing stinks. And you could say like, well, it's the shoemaker whose kids have the oldest, worst shoes or whatever, but I'm not buying that. If you're a marketing agency, you have to bring it, dude, which they haven't. So I don't know. They're 6 years old. They have co-founders. Only one of them is joining Recruitics. I don't know if there was maybe two founders. I want to do something else. Let's sell the company. My guess is this was some TJ Maxx clearance rack stuff. They probably knew the gang at Recruitics, said, hey, you guys want to buy us? And Recruitics, let's be honest, they're floundering too. They lost a CEO. I think they're on a new chief product officer. They just hired recently SVP of sale. Like they're turning people as well. Their numbers are not great. I mean, their headcount growth is down 29% over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So they have problems as well. So as far as I can see, this is like one failing marketing agency getting acquired by a not failing yet, but like just kind of rudderless Recruitics company, which has a really good history of producing really good results for clients. So get your shit together. I don't know if this is the marriage that's going to make it work, but I have my doubts. Chad. However, what I don't doubt is our sponsors who make this show possible. So if you're listening to this podcast, listen to the ads because there's no show without the ads. And while you're doing that, why don't you subscribe to us on your podcast platform of choice?
So you posted a new job ad. Now you can sit back and wait for the application to roll in, right? That's why we built JobPixel. Imagine showing candidates why your company is great with real people, real stories, and real culture. With JobPixel, it's not just another job ad. It's an invitation to something much bigger.
Video gives you a 3 times better response rate. So instead of chasing after candidates, they'll be coming to you.
And with a 34% boost in conversions, candidates aren't just looking, they're applying.
And if you're worried about people clicking away, don't be. Our videos reduce bounce rates by 25%. That means they're watching, they're engaged, and they're interested.
282% more engagement. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger inbox.
Finding the right candidate is tough, but with JobPixel, it doesn't have to be. Show your company's authentic story, and the candidates will follow.
Let's make recruiting fun again, because honestly, it could use some help.
Do you want to see how JobPixel can save you time and money while achieving your KPIs? Schedule a demo today.
Your boy, Zuck, is in the news again, Chad.
Zuck.
Meta. CEO Mark Zuckerberg is going a significant leadership reorganization prioritizing AI development. This shift has led to the departure of several longtime employees and the arrival of new executives that are stirring the pot. While some celebrate the new hires, others criticize the company's moves. Zuck is shaking up Meta, Chad. Your thoughts?
This is some kind of keeping up with the Joneses bullshit right here. So Mark, his neighbor, Sam, gets a new car or a new pool, and Zuck thinks, I need one of those. It'll make life better, right? Ha! Mm-hmm. Generally, and for a number of reasons, that's not the case. So last week, I talked about MIT's research and that demonstrated business leaders have no fucking clue what they're doing in building, implementing, or even using AI. That's a human problem, not an AI problem. In this case, it feels like Zuck just wants what OpenAI has, right? It's the same case. Facebook wants to catch up so badly that they start making decisions before the plan is ever devised, let alone even half-baked. This doesn't even feel half-baked. It doesn't feel like a plan at all. Facebook's move fast and break things mantra has literally severe holes in them. And these types of moves expose the holes even more. So luckily, Facebook has more money than sense, and they're going to throw every fucking dollar they can at this problem until they feel like it's fixed or it breaks society. Whatever happens first, because Facebook likes to do one or the other, likes to fix something or break society. Now, what does this mean to Facebook's brand for future poaching schemes? 100 million is a ton of cash, although that might not be enough for some of these people to sell their souls.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Speaking of poaching, it's a good time to maybe make some calls to Meta if you're looking to recruit some talent out of Facebook and Meta. So according to the story, a former OpenAI researcher went through Meta's onboarding process and ghosted him. Didn't show up on day one, which is pretty unprofessional, but also pretty funny, I guess. I was thinking about this. Zuck is one of the last founding CEOs in tech. It's like Elon and Zuck. I can't think of anyone else that's still around at the original company. So
I don't know that Elon is a founder at any of those. I think he bought into it, and then he named himself a founder.
That's true.
Yeah.
I stand corrected on Elon. Founder. Yeah, I do stand corrected on Elon. But I was thinking about if Meta had laid off or Zuck had retired and they hired a new CEO, and the new CEO is like, I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to hire new people, shuffle positions. People are going to leave. Would we celebrate that? Probably. Hey, this company needs a shakeup. It needs some new blood. It needs to just rethink what it's doing. So I'm not hating on this. I think it takes a lot of courage to throw out the sacred cows of an organization and put in some new stuff. Will it work? I don't know, but I'm not hating on actually doing it. The worst thing is just keeping the course and slowly fading away into oblivion, which a lot of companies do. Yeah. So I'm not hating on it. I get the reaction that it sucks. The stock is up 22% year to date, so I'm pretty sure shareholders are okay with it money as well. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the Zuck wars, baby. Zuck is all pimped out in black tees and curly hair and a big gold chain. He's taking kung fu lessons and shit. I'm here for it. I'm ready. He's judo chopping everybody. He's kung fu fighting. Yeah, he is kung fu fighting. Speaking of kung fu fighting, let's do a little buy or sell, Chad, which we haven't done in a while. If you are not familiar with buy or sell, we talk about 3 companies that have gotten funding recently. I read a summary, and both Chad and I will either buy or sell the company. Let's get ready to rumble. First up, we have DarwinAI, a Sao Paulo-based digital AI worker solution for all your sales, customer service, and onboarding needs, has raised $4.5 million in seed funding, bringing its total to $7 million. The funds will be used to accelerate growth in Latin America and product development for mid-market companies. Chad, are you a buy or sell on DarwinAI?
So this from their LinkedIn page, quote, delegate 50% of your customer conversations to DarwinAI, end quote. What kind of discussions? Sales qualifications, post-sales, collections, and support. 4 really boring and shitty jobs. And when something is boring and shitty, that means a lot of turnover. And turnover means more hiring and onboarding and money. And the cycle is over and over and over. So in this case, Darwin seems to be, something that you can sell to CROs, COOs, CFOs, and COOs or CEOs, the people with the money, right? So only 2 years in, They're at 2 million ARR, and I see that number skyrocketing in the next 12 months. So this, to me, is a buy. You go around CHROs directly to the people that need the people, and they have the money. It's a buy.
Yep. Bring on the agents, baby. Bring on the agents. I love this. This is what we've been here for the last 12 months. We've got Centra, these guys this is going to be chatbot 2.0, just like chatbots had Alio and Maya and Xor and Wendy and like
Paradox.
the trend is awesome. Yeah. Like I think we both know this is where shit's going.
Yes.
We just don't know who's going to be the winner, who's going to be Maya and who's going to be Paradox.
Yes.
We don't have any clue at this point.
Yeah.
I assume that'll be fleshed out in the next 12, 18 months or so. But I'm here for it. I love a good wave, Chad. This is the wave that I want to be talking about and hope that hope we're talking about over the next 12, 24 months. This for me as well is a big buy. But pretty much any agent company, unless it really sucks, is going to get a buy from me. This one less sure where we're going to go with this one. Welcome Tech, a digital platform connecting immigrant workforces with U.S. employers, has raised $7.5 million to expand its AI infrastructure and workforce engagement platform. The funding will support the development of AI capabilities to enhance access and reduce costs for immigrant workers. Welcome Tech's platform is being adopted across industries facing labor shortages, such as hospitality and construction. Chad, are you a buy or sell on Welcome Tech?
So on the immigration side of the house, we've talked to, Professor Zeke a couple of times about this. And the state of the world today is been framed as an us versus them narrative. Yes, it's totally false, but that's the narrative. And that's the one that's being pushed. In the U.S., illegal immigrants paid nearly $100 billion in taxes. And those taxes go towards services that they will never get to use, but still they pay, right? Polish were mainstay hires for companies in the UK who needed lorry or truck drivers. Immigration needs to be really hit on the head with some of these platforms and help companies and governments truly understand the makeup of the talent ecosystem in our country. That's the big key. If you can start to rip away all this bullshit narrative that's happening and show literally what's going on, who's providing the services, the immigrants versus people, obviously citizens that live there, you can start to really understand what the workforce looks like. And we really don't have a good enough understanding of that right now. So for me, I think it's more from the heart, but this is a buy for me.
Well, I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
Oh, I wanted to like this one. I really did. To me, it felt a lot like, remember the early days of job boards, like somebody would launch diversityjobs.com. Yeah. And just because they call it diversity somehow meant that it magically attracted a diverse audience, when in reality they were just slapping diversity jobs, putting some stock images of diverse people, and then companies would pay the money because they had to prove to the EOC that they were trying a wide net to get as many people as possible. So this feels like any other sort of back office software, and they're slapping immigrant on it to somehow appeal to people who want to attract immigrants, which I guess could potentially work for me if we weren't in like the worst culture for immigrants that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like, I think companies would even be cautious about using a service like this because they might get in trouble by the feds for being too woke. So I don't know if companies are going to touch this thing. It doesn't feel like it's uniquely immigrant, or like, how are immigrants going to find it? Like, there's so many problems. How do they market this thing to immigrants? Do the companies market it for them? Like, are there ads on the border saying, go to this site, go to Welcome Tech? and get hooked up, which sounds like a trap if I'm an immigrant. So I just think there are too many layers of stinky onion on this startup, and
there might be a wee problem, boys.
I'm a sell. I wanted to like it, Chad. I wanted to like it. Let's get to our third startup. No, it's not a sex robot named Lily. It's InstaLILY, but it would be a whole lot cooler if it was a robot named Lily. They raised $25 million in Series A funding to expand its InstaWorkers platform. That's trademarked, by the way, Chad, so you can't use it, which autonomously executes workflows in enterprise systems. The platform, designed to augment human capacity, is already deployed by high-profile customers and will expand to additional verticals with the new funding. Release the agents. Chad, are you a buy or sell on InstaLILY?
So the founder and CEO, Amit Shah, is a very smart dude, but not smart enough to stay away from the talent industry. With time at 1-800-Flowers.com as president and member of the Blue Apron Board of Directors, this feels like another successful business person who will be sucked up, chewed up, and spat out of the HR industry. For me, it's a sell. You've got to understand this industry to try to get involved in the industry. And just because you're a good and or very successful business person doesn't mean you know this industry.
I felt similarly, Chad, when I first started to open the book on this company. But I watched the demo. This shit's badass. Unless they're faking the video, which isn't beyond the realm of
action.
It could be total smoke and mirror show. But this thing is like legit co-pilot. If I'm a salesperson, customer service, like the stuff this thing will do with the back end intelligence, sourcing news, and like it'll know if someone is a prospect. It'll know the news of the company, and is there a trigger to like call them because of the news story? Like it's a little bit like, when I had Poach, the idea was as a recruiter, you would know sort of what's going on with sentiment and is it good news or bad news? That's kind of what they're doing with this. I think the name sucks. The name blows chunks. But as far as a business, dude, it's co-pilot, it's agent. Like I'm in. Let's take a quick break, guys. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you have no taste, because our beautiful mugs can be on your screens all over the place. Yeah, soccer jerseys and 100% Gildan heavy tees all over the place with this show. Subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/@ChadCheese. We'll be right back.
At Shaker Recruitment Marketing, our comprehensive services include branding, talent attraction, MarTech, and analytics, empowering you to achieve your recruitment marketing goals. We believe in doing things the right way, delivering the right message through the right activation, achieving the right conversion. For us, business is deeply personal. Our legacy is built on relationships. Together with our people, clients, and partners, we've been shaping the world of talent for over 70 years.
What a week for restaurants, Chad. And I'm not talking about my dietary activities.
You're fasting.
Let's start with Taco Bell.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my 6-hour fast is starting to wear on me a little bit. Taco Bell is reconsidering its use of AI in drive-through restaurants after videos of the technology making mistakes went viral. In one clip, a customer crashes the system by ordering 18,000 waters. Oh, no. Chad, this is why we can't have nice things. But wait, there's more. Buffalo Wild Wings will pay $47,500 to settle a religious discrimination lawsuit, thanks to a server candidate passed over because of her, quote, religious attire, end quote. And we've saved the best for last, Chad. we've saved the best for last. The best is always Chipotle, and that's the case here as well. But let me introduce you to the word Zipotle.
Oh, yes.
An aerial drone delivery service in partnership with Zipline, beginning in Dallas, Texas, with a broader plan of rollout in store for this year. Check out this video, Chad, if you haven't already. So it's on a zip line from the drone. I hope that thing is BB gun proof, because there's going to be a lot of rednecks trying to shoot that thing out of the sky in Dallas, Texas.
Made out of Kevlar.
I had to check and see if it was April Fool's Day when I saw that thing, because I was like, oh, somebody's playing a joke with a little string on a robot. Like, no, it's a zip line thing, and it drops it and then it pulls it back up.
It does look like 70s effects, like special effects.
Totally. It looks like a joke. It looks like a joke. Like, you're kidding me. Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Taco Bell, it's going to get better. They're going to put thresholds in place. They're going to go through all this stuff. It's not going to be that big of a deal. You're going to order 18,000 waters, and then the AI is going to come back and say, "Okay,
haha, very funny.
We're not going to drown you. Okay, you can have 5 at most, or whatever.
No Mexican pizza for you.
Yeah. Get out of here, asshole." The BW3s thing. I mean, that to me. Whether it was religion or not, this manager was making fun of somebody because of the way they dressed.
Yep.
Not because of the way that they could that they could or could not do the job, but the way that they dressed. And I mean, if there are standard, obviously, protocols for the uniform, well, then you just have to make sure that they know that right out front. But this to me was kind of like a Mean Girls scenario. It's just like, you just want to smack somebody like that. It's somebody so sad about their lot in life as a manager of BW3s that they have to pick on somebody like that. I mean, that to me is just,
have you
that's
been
the
to
sad
B-dubs
part.
recently? Probably not.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
It ain't the 90s anymore at BW3s. But Chad, I know it's been a while since you've been there, but what's on the TV at B-dubs? What's on all the TVs?
Football.
Sports.
Yeah.
Sports. When do people more embrace God than when they're watching sports?
Oh, yeah.
Please, God, make this field goal. Please, God, make this putt. Please, God. So I think they should have more religious people in B-dubs. I wouldn't mind a minister there, maybe a rabbi. Give me somebody I can pray with when the game is on the line and my team is trying to score at the end of the game. Just me, Chad. Just me.
They probably already have that in South
It could
Bend.
be a whole new aspect, like a little chapel in the corner, or a little religious something you could do there. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. Unlike the good ideas, which I get every week when I look at my dad jokes book, Chad. That's right. Keeping it clean. What's the best part about living in Switzerland, Chad? What's the best part about living in Switzerland?
The chocolate.
I'm not sure, but the flag is a big plus. Football's back, baby. We out.
We out.
Thank you for listening to, what's it called? A podcast. The Chad. The Cheese. Brilliant. They talk about recruiting. They talk about technology. But most of all, they talk about nothing. Just a lot of shout-outs of people you don't even know. And yet you're listening. It's incredible. And not one word about cheese. Not one. Cheddar. Blue. Nacho. Pepper jack. Swiss. There's so many cheeses and not one word. So weird. Anywho, be sure to subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That way you won't miss an episode. And while you're at it, visit www.chadcheese.com. Just don't expect to find any recipes for grilled cheese. So weird. We out!